Let's get straight into this because clearly you don't have time because you want to go and study. I'm not procrastinating, are you? We all have laziness in us, but we all have ambitions too. And laziness and ambitions don't really go together unless you figure out a way of knowing that you're lazy, but having a technique to help you work around it. And these two things have completely changed my life. Now, I only found out about first one during my last year of uni, thanks to Ola, my uni friend. Thank you so much. And I wish I had known it a lot earlier. I mean, I'm in my 30s, but had I known it earlier, boy, would I have done a lot more. You're still quite young. It will serve you well in your life. You will get a lot more stuff, and I'm pretty sure I would have got a gazillion more things done if I had known it a bit earlier. So, first one is something called the Pomodoro Technique. Now, whether you've heard it or not, you don't even need to know the name. You just need to know what it does, which is this basically. I'm gonna get my board. Pomodoro Technique basically is this. You do 30 minutes of work. I'm not even gonna make this pretty, mate. You do 30 minutes of work, and then you get a 5/10 minute break, and then you do another 30 minutes of work, and then you get another 5/10 minute break, okay? Now, you do this cycle twice. So by the end of it, you've got 2 hours worth of work because you do 30 minutes and 30 minutes. Oh, I meant 30. You do 30 minutes and 30 minutes, and then you do it twice. After the 2 hours, you get an hour break. For me personally, I don't even do the 10-minute break because I know I'll just procrastinate and it'll take me so much longer to get into doing my work. So I tend to do the 5-minute break, okay? That is basically Pomodoro's technique. Now, how are you gonna actually apply it? If you're gonna start at, let's say, 11:28, you time exactly 30 minutes, okay? So you're finishing at 11:58. As soon as it gets to 11:58, you just leave everything and go for 5 minutes. So 11:58, you come back at 12:03. In those 5 minutes, make sure you're up, you're away from wherever it is that you're doing your work. What I found when I was doing this technique, I put 30 minutes on my timer, or I calculated 30 minutes. And then when I was starting to get a bit like, can't be bothered, I look at the timer and I've only got maybe like 2 minutes left or 1 minute. So obviously then I'm like, okay, I can just do 1 minute or 2 minutes. That's what you'll find when you do it, especially if you haven't done it before. Honestly, life changing. I'm not even talking about studying everything. Like I finished studying a gazillion years ago, but I'm talking about anything. So this is the first technique, and that is Pomodoros. The other thing you could do, instead of calculating each one of them, you want to get a timer. Okay, now if you're going to be using your phone, you want to put your phone on aeroplane mode, obviously, so you don't get any notifications, or you get a ping here or a ting there, and then, you know. It's the first thing that you could do, which will definitely help you study or just get any task done, whatever it is. Now, the second one is just setting a timer for 20 minutes. And I do this when it's something a little bit shorter, or if I'm super unmotivated, then I'll do that timer thing. Again, I'll put my phone on airplane mode and I'll put a 20-minute timer, and I can see it counting down next to me. And I will do this with anything. If I'm feeling super unmotivated, I'll make that 20-minute timer a 10-minute timer. And that's it. I'll do 10 minutes and you will get so much done in that 10 minutes. And let me tell you something else actually. Whenever I'm doing those 10 minutes, I do the 10 minutes and I'm right into the work or whatever I'm doing. I even do it when I'm cleaning. Whenever I'm doing the 10 minute or 20 minutes, as soon as the timer goes off, I'm just like, oh, restart. Because I'm so into it, like I just want to finish my stuff. I've already started, I've got my engine rolling. And then restart again. I've actually done 30 continuous minutes worth of work just by doing the 10 minutes. Now, all of this is good, except that what if you just seriously can't be bothered? You're just like, I've got to study, but I'm not doing it. I've got a task to do, but I'm not doing it. I've got this to do, but I really don't want to do it. This is where Mel Robbins comes in. This lady, right? Don't know if you know her. She said this in a TED Talk that also, I would say, was life-changing for me. She says, you are never going to feel like doing anything. You have to force yourself to do it. I'll say it again. You will never feel like doing anything. You have to force yourself to do it. Words of wisdom. Now, I only found that out, in my 30s, but had I known it a bit earlier, maybe I would have gotten my button done a bit more. But just to summarize, the two tools that will help you are Pomodoros, where you do 30 minutes, 5-minute break, 30 minutes work, 5-minute break. You put your phone on airplane mode. Don't even look at it until you really can't be bothered, and then you'll see, whoa, I've only got 1 minute and I've done 29 minutes. Wow, I'm so good. Second one is a timer. Sometimes you could even use them together. You can start off with the timer and then you see, actually I could do a lot more. So then you go off and then you do that as well. And remember, you will never feel like doing it. You have to force yourself to do it. You want to have a glass of water next to you, or just, no, not a glass. Don't have a glass. Have a bottle or a jug next to you. But the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of the times we're dehydrated and we don't actually realize. And sometimes we just need a snack to get us through and get started. And sometimes we don't need anything. We just need to get started. If you're really having trouble getting started, just go slow motion. Like, just do the smallest thing. Get the pen. And then as soon as you've got the pen, everything else will follow, and then get the paper. And like, do it like this, like, oh, I can't be bothered, but I'm doing it. I'm forcing myself to do it. Got my pen, got this, got that. Okay, but I'm forcing myself to do it. I'm not gonna, might not do anything, but you know what? I guarantee you will get stuff done, okay? This isn't for studying, by the way. This is for everything. The other thing that will set you up for success is having stuff next to you, because, I mean, if you can't be bothered to study, you're not going to be bothered to go and find a calculator when you need a calculator. If you're still going to go and have to look for a pen, that's going to give you a bit of mental fatigue, so you can't be bothered to do that, so you've exerted energy just thinking about getting the pen. But if you've got everything there in one particular place, your book, your pen, what else might you need? The calculator, the textbook, whatever. If you've got it all there and you really can't be bothered to study, or you can't be bothered to do something, that half the battle is done, because everything is there. I mean, it's there. Another point that I just wanted to put out there, if you're feeling super duper stressed, just try to de-stress. I mean, a test is not the end of the world. A test is a test, okay? So try not to think about that. Oh, I've got a month left and I need to do all the studying. It's okay. A month is about 30 days. 30 days is a long time. If you have 24 hours in a day, that is, 1 second, I can't bother to calculate. 4 hours, so you have 720 hours, okay? Now, if you're sleeping half of it, which is 12 hours a day, that's a lot of time, mate. Divided by 2, that's 360 hours, which is also the sum of angles around a point, just in case you get a question like that, which is also the sum of angles in a quadrilateral, just in case you get a question on that. Now, let's say you want to do even half of that time, divided by 2, you got 180 hours. You've got so much time. Let's say you're going to take the weekends off. You've got 5 days in the week. By 20. You've got about 6 hours worth of work a day. So you've got plenty of time, mate. And you don't even need to do 6 hours. If you do 2 hours properly, you don't even need to worry. You can do it, basically. You can do it easily. First step, just to prepare mentally, and then everything else follows. If you're feeling kind of stuck and you really don't know where to start, then just pick something. Just open a book. Just open a book. Whichever subject it is, just open it. Okay, you just need to take one step or one action so you're able to actually go about your study. That might not be related to what you're actually doing. That just might be opening any book. So whatever, if you're doing 4 or 5 subjects, just open whichever book. Just open something, okay? Just hold a pen and then write your name on a piece of paper, preferably on an exercise book, because you don't want to lose paper. If you found it helpful, I hope you try it and you see the magic that will actually happen in your life, because seriously, it is game-changing, life-changing, game-changing, anything changing, changing room, whatever. It works. You'll be wondering, does she wear glasses? Actually, yes, she does wear glasses sometimes. I've got astigmatism, but the only reason I'm wearing glasses is because it just makes me look smarter. And also, people might take it more seriously because I'm wearing glasses. I don't know what it is, a psychological thing. Actually, it's got nothing to do with that. I just wanted to wear them. So that's 120. And then, I hope my calculations are correct. Half a minute didn't work, 120. This is optional. Ooh. You want to hydration, except that this isn't water. And I feel like doing anything You have it for... Interesting.